So my mentor told me, he said, listen, he says, you're in the service industry. As a consultant is one of the highest paid professions. All a consultant does is give advice or perform a service of a professional or semi-professional nature in return for compensation. But Warren Buffett said, in life, you want to be able to make money. And then once you make money, you want to have your money make you money. And then you want to rinse and repeat.
No fear, still here, no fear, still here, have no fear, still here, no fear, still here.
What's up, everyone? We are here at this beautiful mansion. We just experienced an amazing event with the Ferrari Club. We're about to head inside, but before I did, I wanted to kind of give you guys some information. In business, it's really important to network. My uncle is the president of the Sacramento chapter, so I go to a lot of the Ferrari events often. This one is held once a year, so it's kind of that big one where a couple of the chapters come together. But one of the things I learned in business is that associations are everything, and your network will determine your net worth. And I've been taught that early on, but what that means is you don't know what business deal is going to come from meeting someone at an event like this. And I'm grateful for my family who invites me to these kind of things because they know what DMP does. They know what I do. And so they really extended the invitation, which I love them to death about it. And I'm excited because we've already met a lot of great people, a lot of potential business deals that are on the table that could come from this event. And so I think it's really important in business to understand that if you're not out there networking, use the internet, use Instagram, use Facebook, use YouTube, but by all means, do not forget about the shaking the hand and coming to events like this. This obviously is a high luxury event. But you can go to any event and network, but this specifically, I'm excited about it. I'm learning a lot, first of all. Anyone that is attaining what I inspired to attain, that's A, motivation, and B, it's knowledge. And so I'm listening, I'm hearing what they're saying. I'm also planting seeds about what I do. And some people who are at this event, they'll give a chance at an unknown kid. They'll give a chance at an unknown company like District Media Press. And for that, I'm super grateful. So now I'm going to go network. I'm going to go look at some more Ferraris. I think there's a Lamborghini down there as well. And just become inspired. Since the age of 6, I've always wanted to have a Ferrari when I grew up. And so to be in this event is kind of like divine intervention in a way, but it's also motivation and inspiration because to attain this level of success, it takes time, work, it takes a work ethic, it takes consistency, and it takes an internal level of growth. So I'm gonna go be inspired, look at these cars, meet some more people. And so I'm excited. So one of the things that I was looking at over the weekend is there's a cryptocurrency convention. You know about that. Yeah. And during the cryptocurrency convention, I wasn't at it, but I saw a bunch of videos about it. There were some people who they made investments in Bitcoin when it was 1 cent. Mm-hmm. And not just one investment. They bought tens of thousands for 1 cent. Yeah. Now, as it was this morning when I looked at Coinbase, it's up to $11,000, $12,000, $13,000. Now imagine we need 10,000 of those. Yeah. So there were some people who had the Ferraris and had the Lambos and had the Bentleys and had the Rolls Royce that was paid for through cryptocurrency. But for me, I know that when I do buy a Ferrari, my whole point of saying that was it's not going to be based upon income that's either I make through DMP or my own personal brand. It's going to be through income that has been through money that we've invested that isn't made us money, which brings me to the Warren Buffett principle, which was don't spend your hard-earned cash on this. Yeah. Let your money make you money and then let the interest pay for this. My philosophy on it, and if my interest isn't enough for me to afford it, then you don't buy it. I think people don't live practically. I think people are very impractical when it comes to building anything. Don't buy a $100,000 car, go put it into an investment, let that grow for a year, then go buy the $100,000 car. So this is practicality is key. I mean, look at these cars, you guys. Who cannot be inspired and motivated by being in this type of environment? I learned early on that the 10 people that you hang out with will make you or break you. That's as true as it is when you are hanging out with 10 people who are broke and not going anywhere, and then 10 people who are making it happen and have elevation and are successful. And so for me, I learned that early on because my mentor taught me that the majority of business deals are made in environments like this and on golf courses. Why is that? Because there's an association that's attached to that. And what I love the most about coming to events like this is the ability to network and meet people. The first 5 minutes into coming into this environment, I met a dentist, I met an attorney, I met a business owner, I met a retired business owner who has connections of people that he wants me to meet who haven't innovated themselves as a business. And so when you're looking at this type of demographic and this type of, I would say hierarchy, and I say that not being arrogant, but there is a small percentage of people who are successful enough to buy cars like this. Now, these cars aren't everything, but I want to drive home to you guys the power of being around this kind of environment. I learned, again, from my mentor that if you're around this kind of environment, you will adapt, you will learn, and you will grow. And one thing I thought about as I was driving here was, I'm going to be a student. I'm going to let the people that I meet know exactly what I do, exactly who I am, exactly what my company does, but I'm also going to be very quiet and listen to what they have to say. I don't have a Ferrari yet, so I need to be a student of the environment that I'm in. And so I was quiet and I learned a lot today. I also made a lot of connections, guys. I mean, as quiet as I am in events like this, when I speak and there's power behind it and I'm sharing what we do as a company, what I do as a consultant, their minds begin to spin, because that's a world that they are maybe not aware of. Innovation isn't maybe their thing. And so, I'm excited to be here, and I'm excited that my family invited me, because if you can surround yourself with this kind of thing, guys, then success is inevitable as long as you show up. That's another point. Success is only going to happen if you show up. That's showing up to events like this. That's showing up in your business. That's showing up in your life. And I know a lot of people right now who on a Saturday morning would pass on this type of event. Why? Because it's Saturday. Why work on the weekend? But for me, I was up at 6:45. I had my first meeting at 8 a.m. with a private practice, a dentist. And then I came to this event, which is miles and miles away. And so I chose to be here and make this happen, because for me, it is what I know it takes to elevate my life and, more importantly, my company and those who are working with us. And so I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to network. I'm excited to learn, grow, and I'm motivated. If you can't be motivated by this, I don't know, then I'm sorry, then you're like literally mentally dead. But the thing about it is this, and this is as true as it can be. I'm going to leave here. I'm going to go do more work, because I can't ignore what's available to me. I can't ignore that I can actually have that car if I work really, really hard. Because if they got it, I could have it too. Are you crying?
You and Jasmine are lawyers.
Why do you say that?
You guys are. We're used to getting tattoos.
We're used to getting tattoos.
I brought a whole bag of food. No, I